What's up, YouTube? This is Damon, aka the world's worst magician, and today, by request, I will be bringing you a review of Fade by Chris Mayhew, and Ellusionist.com. So, I'd like to first apologize if there's background noise. I can't really hear if it's going to pick it up yet, but I'm in a very big hotel and there's a lot of noise going on outside, so sorry about that if you hear it. But back to the effect. So, got the cards spread out because it is a 3-card Monte routine. So I don't have it set up. I'm not actually going to go through the trick here. Only had a couple hours, so it does take a little bit of work. But basically, you're going to have 3 cards, and it'll be set up to where there's essentially a queen on both sides, and then an 8 in the middle. So you can do it with whatever queens you want, and then as you turn it over and then turn it back over, the cards start to switch positions, and then by the end of it, the entire deck has actually changed colors. So I'll leave a link in the description to the trailer. This effect is, I think it's about a year old, maybe a little bit more than that. So I'll leave a link in the description just in case you're not familiar with it, but when you see it, it's pretty incredible because it's done very slow. You know, a lot of card tricks now are all, oh, look at your card, here's your card, okay, let me hide your card. This one is like, okay, here's the cards, you flip it over, you start to talk to the spectator, flip it back over, they've changed, okay, we're still talking, change, and it's great. I mean, you know, in Magic, sometimes it's hard to slow down, and Ellusionist actually had excuse me, a podcast on this recently about slowing down kind of your routines and your performances, and I think it's great to have a trick where instead of relying on the speed of your hands, you can just slowly turn over the deck and it's changing in front of them. So as always, negative first. Really, the only negatives that I have is, one, the move that you have to learn is a little bit weird. It's not hard. It's just weird. It's something that you're probably not going to be used to doing, but once you get it down, it's really not that bad, and it doesn't take that long to learn the move. The other part is, and this is just because of me and I'm working on it, but I am right-hand dominant. So generally when I spread the cards for a spectator, I spread this way. And the problem with that is when you go to spread, if I flip the cards, they're upside down. So the issue that I have is when I was doing the routine, if I put the cards out the way that I would normally put them, when you turn them over, you can't see the pips. So it's just, again, it's me. It's not the trick. You just have to remember that if you're going to spread them, you have to spread them as if you were doing it with your left hand, and then you will see the pips. So as you're pushing through the cards, you know, you want to push with your left thumb, not with your right thumb. So that's just a part of it. Again, that's just on me. That's not on the trick, but it is a negative for me because I'm right-hand dominant. The other negative would just be learning the knacky kind of move to get it done, but you know, the way it's presented is basically it's presented to you in 3 phases. So you learn each phase at a time, just kind of practice one phase, and then once you tie it all together, it's totally worth it. It is a mind-blowing effect to see in person because you're doing it very slowly, and I like that. He even talks to you about, you know, taking your time with the effect and just making sure that, you know, you talk to the spectator. You can hold up the cards, they can see everything that's happening, and you know, you do it right in front of somebody, and it's invisible what you're doing. So to me, this move is it's totally something that you should put in your arsenal. It does take a little bit of setup, so you do have to set up a deck before you can do it. So that you might look at that as a negative. I don't really, but you'll have to have a deck ready to do this trick. You can't do it with a borrowed deck. Well, unless you borrow the deck and then set it up. But you know, and I can see you doing that. The way that he teaches you, if you borrowed a deck, well, actually, no, I take that back. You can't do it. Sorry. Now that I think about it, you cannot do it with a borrowed deck. You would have to have your own setup. So once you have your own deck, though, you know, if it's just in your pocket or whatever you're carrying around, you could always do that routine, do a reset on it, and then, you know, you could do it for somebody else. I wouldn't recommend doing it for people, like, if there's a couple of people together, I wouldn't recommend doing it for more than one of them. Just do one and then kind of move on with it. But the effects in the trailer, so I'll leave a link, like I said, and when you watch the way that he does it, that's exactly how you're going to do it. There's no camera tricks going on. There's nothing weird there. So that is it. It's a gorgeous routine. Like I said, it's very intimate, dare I say, because, you know, it's just you and the spectator, and you're kind of having a conversation, and during that conversation, you're making magic happen. So to me, I really enjoy it. I don't remember what the cost is. I think it was like $9, maybe. Might be less. But yeah, I was super happy. The download's like 30 minutes. He walks you through everything, teaches you how to do it, and like I said, there's one move that you'll have to learn, because I'm pretty sure it's not a move that you do on a regular basis. But once you get that down, get the rhythm, it's something that you'll be able to instantly do it, because the setup for the deck, the first time you do it, it is going to take you, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Just walk through it with him, and then after that, after you know what the setup is, you know, you'll be able to do it fairly quickly. So like I said, you could do it and then possibly take the deck, say, okay guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and then do a reset, and then you could be able to do it again. So again, the move is called Fade by Chris Mayhew, and it's essentially a 3-card Monte routine that takes place entirely in your hands, and it's pretty incredible, if I'm being honest. I was pleasantly surprised. I hadn't heard of this before. One of the subscribers requested it, so thank you. I don't know if it's Nubs Magic or Noobs Magic, but thank you for bringing this to my attention, and you know, let me know what you think about it. And again, that has been your review of Fade by Chris Mayhew and Ellusionist.com. All right, see ya. Well, I hope you liked that review. And if you have any questions, magic tricks, or decks that you want to see reviewed, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. As always, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that like button and subscribe for any future reviews. All right, see ya.